Okay. We are on the ground at, some of you are familiar, Lynchburg Regional. We are going to do one of my, let's get rid of these things. We're going to do one of the cross countries I have to do for my flight course. I'm not too sure when I'm going to do it. Hopefully on Tuesday. We'll see. But yeah, we're flying over to Mountain Empire. It's over by West Virginia. Is it West Virginia? It's across the border exactly. No, it's still in Virginia. Yeah, bunch of miles over there. Should be about an hour flight. Winds are currently from the west, so we might have a headwind over there. But we will have a headwind. But yeah, let's go do our pre-flight. So let's start off with, and this is going to be nighttime flying, so point is to use some of the ground references that I have here. Yeah, pretty much we'll depart, go towards the west. We'll fly over Roanoke. Then we're going to climb up to 6,500 feet. And then from there, we'll just follow our route over to Mountain Empire. I need to adjust this. So I'm going to adjust this for a straight course here. I don't want to do... Let me do this. So top of climb probably be around 11 nautical miles. So let's just do a rough estimate. 11 nautical miles. That's about right there. So let's say Robinson. There's our top of climb. Should take us about 6 minutes. And then from there, let's do our top of descent. So we're climbing at 6,000. Pattern altitude is 2,558. About 4,000. So 2,500 feet we need to descend. If we descend at 500 feet per minute, it'll take us about 5 minutes to get there. And we want to add 3 nautical miles to that. So about 10 nautical miles, I would say. Let's go ahead and add 13. Let's do 15 nautical miles. So Wytheville will be our top of descent. And then we'll have our fuel calculation. Let's do Blacksburg. There's 2 VFR checkpoints there. So we should be able to see this pretty easily. And they're lighted. So, cool. And then from our top of climb to our top of descent, it's about 45 nautical miles. Should be good. Just a quick rough estimate. Turn off some of these lights in here. Okay, so let's continue with our flight plan and then we'll do the rest of the stuff. So we got the static ports checked out, which we can check out the tires, but we'll take out the wheel chocks and then we'll look at our leading edges here and take off the pin, or excuse me, the cover, pitot tube cover, leading edge, check our pitot tube and check our fuel vent. Everything's looking nice and good. Check for full functionality of our ailerons here. Is that our push-pull rod? And our flaps. And we'll have to check our lights here in a second. Cabin doors closed and cargo doors closed. Our comm antenna is looking good. G1000 and outside our temperature probe is looking good. ELT is looking good. Check our elevator. Excellent. Elevator trim tab, and nicely done. Check our ILS transponder antennas. It looks like we got two transponders. Two transponder antennas. I might be wrong, but there is two. Okay, come over here. Everything looks good over here. Check our leading edges. And our other tire looks good. Check our oil. Excellent. Go ahead and put that back, please. If I can. And then check our prop. Air intake's looking good. Check our flywheel. Alternator belt looks snazzy. Alright, let's go in there and turn on the lights and check to see for our functionalities of our lights. Oh yeah, I want to change some controls around, so let me go into here. Oh boy. Okay. Come back outside. Nav lights looking good. Strobe lights working. Landing lights are working. That's working. Strobe lights working too. Mid position lights and anti-collision lights working. Sweet. Flaps are working obviously. And let's go back inside. Great. Let's turn off all the lights. And let's set up our EFB here. I think we do need to set up some things here. Flight performance maybe. Obviously myself. Cargo. We'll just load up some random weight here. We'll go max weight here. Alright, cool. And the purpose of this flight is just kind of look at the ground, see what kind of views it looks like from up in the air. Not to really, don't really care too much about my planning of the flight. We'll get to that because I kind of just did a rough estimate, and so I didn't really do a thorough flight plan. But anyways, cool. So let's go through our checklist. IOC has been notified. Prayer is complete. Passenger briefing. Wheel chocks are removed. Brakes are tested. Positive pressure. We have the parking brake on? Yes, we do. Okay, positive pressure is on the brakes, and let's go with seats are adjusted and locked. Seatbelts are secure. Fuel selector can come onto both. Fuel shutoff valve is in. Elevator trim is set to take off. Cabin heat and air. Let's go ahead and pull out the cabin heat. Oh, we go ahead and electrical equipment's off, nav lights are on, and avionics bus is off standby. Come on and test. Central bus about 24. Standby is discharging. Main bus is set. Standby bus battery annunciator is working. Fuel gallons remaining. We do have full tank. So let's go to engine. What do we have? 44.6. Alright, prop area is clear. Master can come on. And we gotta turn off that light here. Prop area is clear. Avionics 1 and 2 can come on. And we'll adjust the cockpit lighting. There you go. A little bit too bright. There you go. Okay, everything's looking good. I won't do a departure briefing. We just want to get going here. Beacon, make sure auto cut off. Toe brakes are applied, ignition's inserted. Cool. Clear prop. Fuel pump can come on. Prime that fuel. It's not simulated very well then. Alright, cool. Looking for 800 minimum. And oil pressure is coming up in the green. Throttle is set to 1200. We can go ahead and lean it out. Set that back to about 900 RPM. Flaps are up. Angle tag, we don't have that. Avionics are on. Autopilot trim, yeah, we'll just skip all that. Alright, cool. Let's get taxiing. Again, for our departure, we'll pretty much will fly heading. Let's just send this to flight, see what it looks like. We'll set heading 279 for departure. Cool. And let's go back to this document. Mixture's lean, parking brake is off. Toe brakes, go ahead and check our brakes. Brakes are working. Cool, we'll taxi to Echo, or excuse me, runway 22 via Echo Bravo. Clear left, we clear right. Text light can come on. They didn't give us a pushback, so we're just gonna go slide in over here. Clear left and clear on the right. We'll get onto the runway here. Show light on. We'll skip the run up. Yeah, I know I'm taxiing a little fast, but that's okay. Okay, forgot to put in the weather. Two 963 on the altimeter. All right. Before takeoff, everything's looking good. Flaps set to 10. Windows closed, runway marking good. All right, let's take on the runway. Lights, camera, action. Okay, let's go. All right, positive rate of climb. We're above 50 feet. Flaps can come up to 0. Semi-trim here because I'm all out of whack. I want to set my nose right on the horizon there. All right, and we're past 400, so we'll kind of depart straight out here and then turn over 45 at 1600 here. I got pushed over by the wind a lot. Alright, let's cross over. We'll set our timer. Bro, what the frick? I love it. I can't set my timer up. Alright, let's just do it on my iPad. So, Our first point, let's go through our after takeoff. So flaps are up, mixture is rich, throttle's set, P's and T's are looking in the green. Everything's looking nice. We'll climb up at 6,500 at 85 knots now. '85 is about 8 to 9 degrees on the pitch setting here. After takeoff checklist is complete. We'll go on to cruise, and then so our first waypoint will be our top of climb, which will be about 11 nautical miles away from Lynchburg. It should take us about 7 minutes to get there. We'll fly at heading 279. And we're looking for a town called Robinson. So right now we should be following along a highway. Believe that's the highway we're looking for right there. We might be actually on top of it right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, looks like this is the highway we're looking for. And that's definitely Robinson right there. That city right there. Oh, 100% that is Robinson. Because then the highway kind of veers off to the right here, and then does this like little U thing. And then it curls back around. That's definitely Robinson. So we'll continue this heading. 279. Let's correct again for it. We are above 3,000, so let's lean it out here. Look for the rise. And then the drop. Yeah. Voy a echarle Clorox. The which ones? The towels? If you want. I mean, it hasn't been really used unless you think it's been used. It's up to you. Okay. I don't like how I take my hands off the controls. Also, I'm at 30 degrees in the wrong direction. I'm going to set the autopilot. And we're going to set it to heading. Flight level change, 85 knots. Okay, so yep, there is Robinson. And this is verified. I have kind of like a two highways. This is obviously the main one. Over here will be, so that's Robinson. There's the highway I'm looking for, kind of like a dual highway, and then it kind of convenes up in the middle, and then it continues on over to Roanoke, which it kind of goes towards the north, the road, right? And then it goes over the mountains, so kind of you can't see it a little bit. But then comes back into Roanoke, which is that big lighted city over there. Right now we're kind of headed towards Roanoke. We're at 6,500. Current time is 6 minutes and 49 seconds. So it did take us about 6 minutes, and we're about 10.4. I did start the timer a little bit later, so we just had to be cautious of that. But we're pretty much right on time. Fuel is at 2.8 gallons used, which is exactly what I calculated the other day. So that's perfect. Let's set our power to 2300. And yeah, so right now 279 on the heading. See, well, that's also with an insane crosswind correction. So what we need to do is just set it to nav, and we're gonna follow the GPS. Because the winds on my flight plan are not the same as the winds on the sim. So it's going to give us an insane heading. But yeah, we are pretty much, what is this? Four miles away from Robinson. Or no, that's not Robinson, that's Bedford. Doy. That's Bedford. There's a Robinson airport down there. It's private. Turn off the taxi and landing lights, are a little bit too bright. Alright, so we have passed our top of descent, and it should be another 45 miles, 26 minutes to go. So let's time that out. 45 miles. And we'll know when we're over there because we will pass Roanoke, and from there there's two little cities that are both VFR checkpoints, Blacksburg. They're separated by each other, and it's past Roanoke, which I'm pretty sure that's Roanoke right there, and then over on the other end that's probably Blacksburg, so we'll be looking out for that. Let's see, true airspeed is at 101. What did I predict last time? Said our true airspeed was going to be around 105. We're at 101, so we can probably go up a little bit. Shouldn't change too much. 6.5 is a pretty good altitude, honestly. Alright, so then into Roanoke, there's another road, which I believe it's this one, that kind of winds a little bit too. It might be exactly this one. Yep, it's this one. So right now, if I were to guess, we were to be over here, directly over this road right here. Because there's this road, we're over this road, Roanoke's right there, and Blacksburg is right there. We're right in the middle of that, so. So we're on Roanoke Approach right now. Next frequency we'd be going to would be the CTAF frequency 122.7. Set that into there, and we'll listen to 123.875 for our ATIS. And we're actually flying over right now, flying over part of Smith Mountain Lake, and this is also a reason why picking a lake is a terrible VFR checkpoint, especially at night. Oh, it's a terrible VFR checkpoint at night because you can't see it at all, and right now we are directly abeam it. So maybe it's that big patch of darkness over there, but it's kind of hard to tell. If I were to guess where Roanoke is, the airport, it would be I'm gonna guess it's gonna be right there. Well, it's right there actually. A little bit off. It's supposed to be unlit around that area, but it's pretty lit up, so. So pretty much we're gonna follow. So Roanoke will branch out into two roads. It looks like there is one that we're flying over here soon, which is this one right here. And then there's a smaller one that you see kind of lit up right there. And then it should come over here into the two lit roads, which I believe it's that one. It's supposed to break off, but it doesn't. And that should take us directly to the next city. Oh, there's the lights. So take us to the next city. We'll fly directly over Christiansburg. And I'm pretty sure those are the lights that I'm looking for over there. The road kind of winds up and down, kind of like that. So actually what I think I'm looking at down there is this road right here. So it kind of branches out, but the one I want is over there. That's the one I want. So that's the one that will take us directly to Christiansburg. The one that's more towards the north. Because I can see how it kind of forks out there. Right here, it will fork out. And it looks like it's kind of covered up by the mountains. Ahorita me está llamando. Okay. So there's that part of Roanoke that kind of branches out. There's the second road that we're looking for, and it goes directly to Christiansburg. And from Christiansburg, it looks like it's kind of tied together with two cities, or maybe that goes directly over Christiansburg. And then there's a mountain. I think the mountain is kind of separating. No, it's kind of far away from each other. So I think the mountain is separating the two cities. Because I see the mountain and then I see another lighted city in the back there. So that's Christiansburg. We'll get our time check and our fuel check here. We kind of want to take it once we're once we're kind of in front of it. So let's see here. Right when the two roads kind of meet. So I think yeah. So it's kind of like right where the two roads meet, which I think is maybe that point right here. That's when we'll take our fuel and time check. I might try to fast forward some time. Can I fast forward this? No. So maybe this is the two cities. Because I see it kind of like breaking off. Or maybe not. I'm still pretty sure that's not it. Anyways, looks like we are kind of a beam that point I was talking about earlier. Not yet. Once I get to this checkpoint, we'll just go ahead and give ourselves a ground speed of pretty high ground speed so we can fly faster here. Cool. Yeah, I say we are pretty close to that point right now. Time is currently 24:25, so we're about a minute and a half away from it, and that's just might be because of the winds again. And current fuel is at 7.4 used. Definitely lean it out some more here. 9.2 is perfect. Right now we're heading to 67. Let's flip her around. Whoa. I'm gonna get a tailwind now. I love it. Super dramatic. Okay, so now we passed Christensen. This road is going to go all the way out to our next kind of city is called Radford, which is might be this little town right here. We're also cooking with the ground speed right now, so that's also a reason why we're going much faster. Actually, we might be... We're cooking right now. That might be KB. That might be Pulaski? New River Valley. Finally, we're racing on the Daytona 500. So this right here is Radford. Ooh, the McDonald's car looks pretty cool. The McDonald's car. Thank you. Okay, so we just blast. Let's see, on to our right should be Pulaski. This is Pulaski. And then from there it should get all dark. And our next city is going to be Max Meadows, which I believe that's just up ahead. Or no. This will be Max Meadows. So then the road kind of does a V shape, and then it will kind of come over here, and then that's Max Meadows, and then we'll fly directly over Wytheville, which is that one that's just up ahead of us. Cool. This is almost cheating, baby. Cheating. Because I'm doing the cross countries I had to do for my flight course, and like I can like see all the cities and stuff, so I can like visually see what they look like before I actually go fly. I know it's practice. Exactly. Yeah. It is. Yes, it is. It is realistic. I'm playing around with the weather now just because I wanted to get there faster. But it'll see, it's realistic. No. All right, we are over Wytheville now, so that means we have to start our top of descent, and we're going to go over to 2,500. Let's do 2,000. Or this is the elevation, isn't it? Yeah, so we need to go at 3,000, 3,500. Let's go power to 1,700. We'll look for 90 knots. And then this right here is Highway 81. We follow that in. There should be another city to the left, which is Rural Retreat. That's Rural Retreat. This is Highway 81. And that'll take us directly to Mountain Empire. I actually see the tower beacon now. So we are on the right track. Right now winds are coming out from the west. Runway 26 will be our best option for landing. 1,700 RPM should give us 90 knots. We'll go for 500 feet per minute descent, and we'll start our timer. And run our checklist again. Descent checklist, we have the AWAS. Let's listen in and see if it actually works. No. Approach briefing, whatever. Tow brakes is good. Inbound call actually does work. Thank you. Turn that off. Tow brakes set. Seatbelts are upright. Fuel selectors on both. Make sure it is as required. We'll leave it as it is. Cabin power is off. Recognition lights can come on. I don't like those lights. It makes it super bright. Right, preliminary landing checklist is the next thing. So since we're pretty much heading direct to it, we're gonna join. Let's join the. I think I could just do a straight in approach from here. To be honest, you know, that'd be the best option. Want to be at traffic pattern altitude 3 miles prior to the airport at 90 knots. Let's go ahead and OBS the runway. We're on heading mode. And OBS runway. Runway 26. If I can manage to get a 259. Can I not OBS this? Oh, I see the runway actually. That's perfect. Airfield is nestled in right next to Highway 81. I see the runway. We could actually, let's go manual. About nose level on the horizon gives us 500 feet per minute. We'll go ahead and do our tower call, CTAF. So we are 7 miles out. Mount Empire traffic, Liberty 123 is on a 7-mile final for runway 26, Mount Empire traffic. Okay, we're at 3,500. This is about traffic pattern altitude. So we'll hold this altitude right here. Straight and level gives us about 2.5 on the pitch setting. So I'll aim for that here if I can manage to get it trimmed out. There we go. Let's get ourselves lined up to the final. We'll have to turn on the daylight settings here so we can see what the airport actually looks like. We're about 4 miles out. We're a little bit early on our top of descent. That's okay though. 3 miles out, 3.9. We'll do another call at 3 miles. And my Mountain Empire traffic, Liberty 123, is at 3,500. 3 mile final for runway 26, Mountain Empire traffic. Right, we are below 110. Flaps come to 10 degrees. We'll pitch for about 17 or 1750 on the RPM. Should go to about 90 knots, and we'll slowly descend to it. We're 2.0 out, 3-degree glide slope. We should be at 600 feet above ground level. So let's descend. Looking good. Two whites, two reds. Let's go ahead and bring in flaps too. Below 85. Flaps 20. One mile out, we should be 300 feet above ground level. It's about 2.8. Let's make this a short field landing. So let's go ahead and landing checklist, autopilot's off, landing lights are on. Flaps up, simulating max braking. Sweet, we have made it to Mountain Empire. Alright, after landing, mixture is not rich, that's crazy. Lean the mixture out, throttle set, transponder can come off. Lights. This could go. Alright, after landing checklist, flaps are up, mixture is lean, transponder is good, pitot heat is off, shield light off, landing lights off, taxi light on. Cool. Let's shut it off here. I want to look at the airport in the daytime. Oh wow, it's a very pretty airport. Meet at the airport I'm gonna go to. Well, it's this one right here, Biddle.
That's the airport?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's, hmm. I wonder who lives here. Wow, it's really pretty. Okay, cool. See ya.